Welcome to our third episode of Studio Chatter. I'm Natasha Lockhart.
And I'm Afro Danes, and today we are going to look the turkey in the eye.
I'm Stacey Beck, and from elections to pilgrims, we've got it all here.
Stay with us, the gobble starts now. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. It's time to start the chat list. Topics that are hot, but instead, let's focus on the biggie.
Yes, indeed.
The election?
Yes, so it's no secret that we have a new president.
Right.
How are we
Indeed.
feeling?
You go first, Stacey. I'll let you start.
I think it's been interesting just to listen to people's comments. On our Studio Chatter Facebook page, I reached out and asked a couple of people, specifically women, how they felt about the election. One specifically that I really liked that I wanted to share. She says, I'm a woman, I'm an immigrant, I'm Latin, my vote mattered and counted. This was a vote for change. I voted for principles I believe in, for what the Republican platform stands for and the morals I believe in. I didn't vote for a man, but the ideal that things needed to be better and hopefully will get better. So just watching Facebook, I think is kind of an interesting thing to hear different people's play on everything, because I think people are deeply affected,
I think so.
win or lose.
People have been very outspoken on social media.
Yeah.
I chose to keep my political opinions to myself, and still am shocked, I think, as most people were,
Yeah.
but not shocked by the outcome. And I'm looking forward to see what is going to happen. Obviously, the change is inevitable now. But did you?
Well, one
were
of the
you
things-
outspoken? Did you? I mean, is
mean,
anybody willing to share?
I am. I'm going to. One
Please.
of the things, the Obamacare, forcing everyone to have insurance and things like that, I think, I don't believe America's really is a country that forces you to do things that maybe you don't wish to do. Do you know what? So him saying that he's going to get rid of the Obamacare and come up with different, I know it's just one of the items he talked about, because before when we use the high deductible. I don't know how you do your insurance and stuff like that, but to tell us to where we needed to go to get our own insurance was a big, that you would be fined if you didn't have insurance.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I think just him saying that he's going to, change that, he's going to change some of the tax laws. I think what he says is really good. Now we're going to see if it really happens.
Let's watch the follow through.
That's right.
One thing I heard last night, I was at book club and one of our friends voted for Hillary, and she was really upset as the numbers were coming in through the night. Like she says, I think I'm going to puke. But she did share with us as well.
People were very emotional about
Yeah,
it.
they were. And watching the TV reels and seeing. Canyon Elementary was one of the schools in our Nebo School District that let the kids vote for the president.
I love
And
that,
I just
by
think
the way.
it's cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, there were only 2 elementaries in our district, but it's a nationwide thing. And at Canyon Elementary, Trump did win, but nationally, Hillary won in the elementary school.
elementary schools.
With the elementary schools, almost by double. So it's interesting because I think a lot of kids kind of at that age follow what their parents say, who they like.
Yes.
So I thought that was kind of an interesting little fact, but a great opportunity to kind of start that democracy at a young age.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Well, I think one thing that I love about our system anyway is that no one person can act alone anyway.
Right.
I mean, things take time. Of course, there's an entire cabinet that has to vote on everything and push it along. And I think it's just coming together and having faith in America and maybe a higher power
Right.
and just hoping for the best. I mean, the only thing that's going to change is change itself, just moving forward,
Yeah.
progress.
And I think on our Facebook today, a lot of people just responded, let's just move forward. It is what it is. Let's
Right.
move forward, have hope. The world's not going to fall apart.
No.
It never does. Back in the summer, I think in June, when the Republican Party put Donald Trump as on the ticket, I think it was the president in Singapore said, this nation is not going to crumple under their election.
Right.
They act like they're going to, but they're not going to. Right after elections, they'll go on like normal. And so I think that would have been the case either way.
It's amazing though that he did. He is
Yeah,
president.
I was surprised.
Really, at first I thought it was a gimmick, and then I thought, yeah, why not? Let him go.
I think everyone thought that maybe
Right.
really, are you sure this is?
And then I thought he's just going to back off, back down.
Yeah.
And now he's president.
And now he's
That
president.
is interesting. I think it's amazing. I love America for that.
Well, I
really
think that
do.
I think that we should
Yeah.
have this conversation a year from now and see what's
what we
going
do.
on.
Yeah.
I also thought it would be fun today. We'll just go ahead and change here. Traditionally, at our Thanksgiving table, because this is the Thanksgiving episode, we like to go around the table and say what we're thankful for.
Absolutely, I love
So
that.
I'm going to pass that on to you two today.
I love it. Okay,
Kind
I
of
can-
surprise
yes.
you. What are you thankful for?
I am really, okay, so not a so-called American, right? But I am really, I had a friend who said, don't you miss England? And of course I miss England for my family and things, but for opportunities, I really love America for that. A lot of people, you hear them dissing America, but regardless of what goes on, I still feel that there's lots of opportunities. Whatever you want, you can live that American dream. You work hard enough, you'll get what you want if you really believe you can do it. And I believe that. I believe that for my family, for my children. I see that in my husband, He said to me one time, we were talking about when I first met him, he had this pay scale. It was really small. And I was like, why? America is unlimited beings, right? And now it's like I never would have. And even though his family are very, well-to-do, he didn't have that, that drive, that passion, that as an immigrant, you can
That's
live
a
that
cool
American
perspective.
dream. Yeah.
Just growing up here, I think I've taken it for granted because I've always known that I can do what I want to do and become what I want to become. I really think from a young age, I've just believed that.
Yeah. Whereas I think when you go to other countries, that freedom is not there as much as it is here. I really believe that.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
What about
You know what I just thought of is I love our change of seasons. I know that might sound just minimal, but
No.
I love summer. But then right when the fall leaves started changing and the pumpkins were out in the field, I loved that. And now as the holidays are approaching, I just think it's such a special time of year from Thanksgiving to New Year's because it just reminds me of family, and I know it's going to start snowing. Not that I love winter, but I really love and appreciate our change of seasons. I think it represents so many different things, and I like just kind of cozying up at night and being home and kind of needing to stay in a little bit more with the family. And anyway, I appreciate that.
Those are both very good
We're
reasons
gonna
to
hear
be
yours
thankful.
later, right?
Yes, you will. But right now, we're going to invite all of you to visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/SF17 Studio Chatter. We'll be right back. So let's talk turkey. Thanksgiving is here, and that means a big Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
Yay!
What does that mean to you?
I have to again talk about America and food. I just love it. I mean, you go from the candy to Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's Eve.
It's true.
To Valentine's to,
No. What did I say when
love
I
our
came in
food.
here tonight? I literally ate my way through October, and now it's the holidays.
It's the
so
holidays.
it's just
Damn.
hopeless. It's hopeless.
You know, I heard that we weigh our lowest amount of weight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
In October. Because now we're going to start eating
Oh,
and
and then
putting
you're
on the
gonna
weight.
see, yeah.
So we're at our lowest.
I just don't even
That's
bother looking at
depressing.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really depressing.
But anyway, we're gonna talk more about food because we love it. The big meal, isn't that great?
Yeah.
And it's funny. The first year here in America, I've been here 13 years and loved it. All this, plethora of food. My in-laws. There's lots of children, grandchildren. Blah, 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 it goes on. And I was like, wow, look at that mashed potato, the meat. Right now, forward 13 years. Now mashed potato, I look at it and I bring my own cauliflower mash. The
you
ham, I
do?
go, oh, and yes, I do. And I bring a big bowl of salad for everyone to eat. Yeah. And mine is the biggest salad, of course, because everyone else likes, they do the marshmallow thing. That was another thing that I had never, the marshmallow.
See, that's tradition.
Sweet
at my house.
potato, sugar thing.
Yes.
Whereas,
We love our sugar.
Yeah, I just love that. I love sweet potatoes. Just, with a bit of salt and pepper. Coconut butter, maybe.
But if you brown those little marshmallows on top, they taste even better.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the staple at our house too. The big turkey, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing.
I love stuffing. I do. Love
I
stuffing.
also love the green bean casserole.
Yes, I do too.
I love to have that. The dinner rolls and somebody in everyone's family has the
dinner.
Homemade.
The guru,
Yes,
is
that's
that you?
Yeah, I'm the homemade dinner rolls. And this year I'm hosting Thanksgiving.
Oh.
We're doing it the Sunday before. I mentioned that last episode. And so I'm hosting. And what I find interesting is I have 2 sets of china. One is a Christmas china and one is one that I was given from a relative as well. And I bought paper products because
Love
it's going to be
it.
easy cleanup.
Yes.
With china, you're not supposed to put it in the dishwasher. So I have this beautiful china, and I was at Walmart and I picked up good, hard, nice, big paper plates.
I love that.
But I
It's
think
the
that
same.
times are changing. I really believe that a lot of families are starting to do that because, especially in Utah, the families are so big that it's just easier to
Yeah.
toss the plates. And a lot of folks are even renting churches or banquet
Yeah.
halls and hosting dinner and
But
are just
bless-
done with it. So they can go shopping, right?
Yeah, no, my mother-in-law still brings out the china, and she has
Does
the
she?
cutlery, the knife and forks with gold trim. So that doesn't go in the dishwasher either. So
Yeah, so it's just so much
it's a
work.
lot, yeah.
It's a lot of work afterwards.
So then you put the men on washing dishes.
That never happens.
Right.
They fall asleep.
Hence,
so amazing.
that's why I'm doing paper
There
products.
you go. That's right.
Because they're where?
They're watching football, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, or snoring somewhere.
Yeah, sleeping or watching football.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch football?
No, but
No. Okay,
anyway.
none of us do.
Yeah.
No.
No, the
I
front room
pretend
doesn't
to
have a
watch
TV.
football on occasion.
Okay, so no football games?
No, maybe a movie, and that's
Watch a movie.
downstairs in the basement. But upstairs, where everyone is, there's no TV. So
So that even seems to be tradition now too. Some folks are stepping out to the movie theaters and going to a movie, so having the big meal and then going out in the evening.
right.
Have you tried that at all?
No, but I would love to.
Yeah.
I'm up for it this year.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, why not? Right? Yeah.
Well, I'm changing things up altogether this
What
year,
are you
so
doing?
I'm
What are you doing?
frightened. We're going out of town. We're not even cooking our own dinner, which is not my favorite, but we'll see how it goes.
I bet you'll love it. I did it once, and I could do it every year now. It was lovely.
Right.
Well, maybe, and I am a foodie. I love food, so I like some of the things that have been brought to the table in my older years, shall we say. So maybe things that aren't as traditional, but Brussels sprouts
Oh, I
or
love Brussels
fresh
sprouts.
cranberries or
Yes.
a butternut squash soup as a starter or
Yeah.
just
See, like
fun,
that. Yeah, I
fun,
love things
fun
like
new
that.
ideas.
Yeah.
I love tradition. I do
Pumpkin
love
soup
tradition.
I do
but-
love as well.
Oh yes, and we'll get to
Yeah.
pumpkins for sure.
Yeah, I do love things like that. And then, the pumpkin seeds too, but we can talk about that too
Okay.
later.
So before the tryptophan sets in and we all go off for our
Zone
siestas,
out, yeah.
yes. How do you work off the calories? Or do you?
Washing, yeah, see, look, hey, that's all energy, yeah.
So my family, not so much. I can't ever really say that we're gonna go
Let's go
for
for
a
a
bike
walk.
ride.
No,
We're the
it's
type of family that
freezing.
goes for
Sedentary.
like thirds. So I am not just a one time through the line kind of girl. I'm
You go
seconds
again.
and sometimes thirds and then dessert and then it's been a couple of hours. Let's eat
Let's
again.
eat again. But I think that's the best thing about Thanksgiving is the leftovers. And the next day is usually when I set up Christmas.
It's better.
And I just pull it all out and eat more.
Oh, I think
I love it.
think the second day is better. The turkey on the roll
Yeah.
with a pickle, a really good turkey sandwich, or turkey and dressing casserole.
I'm going to look at all of this really differently now when I look at
it's
Thanksgiving
so
food.
there's really nothing better. So I'm sure that before we go on our little getaway that we'll have a traditional sit-down dinner because I
Yeah.
have to have it.
Yeah.
My best friend's dad is a turkey farmer. So and that comes from, local Utah. So we have to have the traditional Norbest turkey. You know what? A lot of women don't love to cook the turkey.
No.
You seem fine with it, or you're probably fine with it too.
Yeah, if I had to.
You've only
just
cooked one.
I've
extraordinary.
only
Correct.
cooked, yes,
One,
out of the
so you've got
13
away.
years, yeah. Because I
I'm
hate
fine with
leftover. I hate that much meat, that amount of meat.
Oh.
Yeah, and I can never, and by the time I do buy a turkey, because I'm not as organized, a month in advance, the turkeys are usually big, aren't they?
Yeah, they're huge.
And I do invite neighbors too.
But it's it's a really healthy meat.
It
In
is.
comparison to
Right.
So much
some
you
of
can
our other
eat. You could
choices.
freeze it, I suppose.
The worst part, honestly, is sticking your hand in there in the
Yes.
cavity to pull out the.
I think it's.
The giblets.
I think the worst part
Giblets.
is when you have the whole meal timed perfectly. Let's eat at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
You pull the turkey
timer.
out at
Yeah.
4:40 to sit for 20 minutes, and it's still not done.
Oh,
Like it's maddening
yeah.
to me, and
Oh,
that's when I can
yes.
cry and just be frustrated. So
I always get the ones with the thing
Yes,
in
the
it, so that
pop-up.
pops up. Yeah,
Yes.
to be
Make
safe.
sure that you rubbed it with the oil to
Absolutely,
put it over
yeah.
the correct way.
but if
have
it
the
still needs
timer
to
ready
cook for 30
go.
more minutes, and your baked potatoes and your not
Play
baked
safe with the
potatoes,
thing.
baked beans, whatever you're eating,
But
if
you
that's
should,
all warm,
But you should be an expert by now.
right?
Right?
No, I'm not a cook.
What
I
about
don't-
pies? Before we end here,
Oh,
pies.
pies.
Homemade or
Homemade.
Homemade. Oh, Costco.
Really?
Oh, Costco
yeah.
pumpkin.
Yes,
That's okay.
That's
It's
my
okay
family's
to say.
favorite. Yeah.
I usually always order out for
Yeah.
the pies.
But I
so
don't
that's
do
okay.
pumpkin.
I'm not a baker. I love to cook, but
Oh,
I'm not a baker.
I'm exact opposite. I love to bake.
Yeah.
My mom
lot of people are that
got
way.
the recipe
Apple.
from my grandma, and we make apricot pie.
Oh, make
It-
apple
it's
pie.
Interesting.
Delicious.
You might
Apple
have to
pie.
bring some of that for us to
Oh,
try.
that's a good
My mom
one.
makes it. I don't.
Oh, we should have your mum on the show.
I know we should.
Yeah, we should. Oh. Anyway, there you go. See?
Well, we aren't done yet. More Thanksgiving chatter coming up right after this. And now more Thanksgiving. So we've talked turkey, and now I feel like we have to talk about pumpkin.
I
Okay?
agree.
So America has had this love affair with
Yes.
pumpkin for a very long time now. And it seems in the past, 5 or 10 years, it's even become more popular. So it's pumpkin everything.
Everything.
Yes. So I have some of my favorite pumpkin
Okay.
treats. What about you?
Well, I brought one of my favorite ones. This is
Oh.
from Kneaders. I brought us a slice of Kneaders pumpkin bread. So each of you can take one and eat it
So
during this
kind.
segment.
Thank you.
My other favorite one is the pumpkin covered almonds at Costco.
What? How did I not
I've
know
not
They
about
heard
only
these?
that.
come
Once a year.
once a year in the fall. They're like $8 a bag, but
Really good.
They're
We'll have
divine.
to try them.
yeah,
The
they're very good.
almonds, I don't mind. But the
Yeah,
whole
pumpkin flavor covered almonds.
Really, like the pie, my family loves, my children love, but the consistency for me is kind of weird because I didn't grow up with pumpkin.
Okay.
But things like this, the bread, I like soup, and the maybe even pumpkin and chocolate cookies I could do, but the actual pie,
Like pumpkin chocolate chip cookies.
yes, I can
So
do
they
that.
are a staple at our house
Right.
year round.
The pumpkin chocolate chip cookie?
Yes,
Oh,
yes. We either buy them or make them year round.
Really?
My kids don't eat really sugar cookies, but even my tiny one, a pumpkin cookie.
Really?
And it started because, have you heard the association between Weight Watchers and 1 Point? So the 1 Point
Yes.
pumpkin cookies.
Yes, and that's the ones I
even
make.
I can make those, right?
There's
So
3
they're-
ingredients,
yes,
right?
Yes,
I
yes,
love 'em.
yes.
Yeah.
So yes, we have those year round. I do love the pie. I have a cousin that does a spectacular pumpkin roll. Have you had
Oh, yes.
the chilled
My
rolls
mom
and
does
and
that.
walnuts? Yes.
Yes.
So you talked about the nuts. What about some of the seasonal things that you purchase, like the pumpkin donuts, a pumpkin empanada, a pumpkin?
How about this nice drink
Yes,
that
that
you
was-
gave us
Oh
today?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that was
the
pretty good.
the pumpkin spice latte.
Yes.
So I have to ask you, my
Yes,
dear.
right.
This is
different.
the pumpkin spice latte has been dubbed the white girl's drink.
Oh, you go, girl. Tell me all about it because I haven't heard about that one.
You know, so I don't know how it kind of came to be, but in the past few years, and if you look it up in the Urban Dictionary, it will say a drink that typically a white girl will drink in the fall while wearing a pair of Ugg boots.
That's awesome.
So it's funny, like if you scroll through Facebook and everyone with their selfies, you will see a lot of girls probably with one of these hairdos. With the selfie and her cup and her boots.
So Natasha, thank you for these drinks.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you for the bread.
This one's a pumpkin steamer.
Yes.
So milk, pumpkin.
The pumpkin syrup and then
I love it.
yes.
It was good.
I love the
I mean,
seasonal
the first
treats.
taste was like, what is that?
Well,
But it
because you,
grows on
because
you,
yes,
so good.
well, because you're not a pumpkin lover.
That's right.
But
That's
well,
true.
you do have one pumpkin love.
I do.
What is it?
Pumpkin seeds, I have to admit. I do love that.
Really?
Yes, indeed. I love pumpkin seeds, whether you put coconut oil and then some seasoning, you know, salt, and then I bake it for a while, and my kids love it, and it dries, and it tastes great. Or you can put Old Bay, what is it? I even have it, Old Bay seasoning. Yes.
So
the
do
same thing.
you gut the pumpkin
that's what I was gonna
yourself?
ask.
Yes, you
I
do that,
don't
and then
love
wash
that
it.
part. I don't
That
love
sounds
part.
horrible.
No,
That's
I
a
don't
lot of
mind that.
work.
Yeah. Well, I get the kids to do that part, and then
And they love that.
and they don't mind that. Yes.
So then,
And
after you've done that,
That's
after
right.
after you've done the scooping and the
Right.
seeds are baking over here
Yes.
because the kids are participating. Have you
Right.
ever done dinner in a pumpkin?
I did.
No.
Have you done that?
Once I
Really?
did. It's awesome.
What is
So
that?
it's just like a soup or a stew that you just bake in the pumpkin.
In the
so
whole thing?
So the pumpkin acts as your
bowl.
bowl.
Oh, and then the inside gets soft.
A little, but it still stays pretty solid.
But you don't really use that part.
Yeah, it's just
We
more
would just
of a
put
bowl.
that on your plate.
Oh my!
It's just scary.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
So I could probably, I shouldn't go there, but I think because pumpkin pies are moist like that, maybe that is why it's an acquired taste, and the crust is
Yeah.
a little. Have you ever? Well, you probably haven't, but if you've ever cut into a bad pumpkin pie that's gone a little moldy, then you'd probably be you'd probably be even more scared. I'm not saying that happened. I heard that once.
Oh, yeah.
So we've eaten our pumpkin. We've baked the seeds.
Yes.
Other things that you can do with pumpkin, not related to eating. So last night I had a pumpkin facial.
No way.
Yes. Oh, so I'm not sure what it is in the pumpkin, but
That's why
apparently
you're glowing.
is that what it is?
Yes, it must be.
Apparently it has something in it that's really great
Yeah.
for your complexion, and
Really?
it smells really nice. I kind of wanted to peel it off and eat it, but yes, pumpkin facials, pumpkin drinks, pumpkin pie, pumpkin.
No way.
It's a fun time of year.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the day after Thanksgiving, have you both been or witnessed the Winter Lights parade that goes
Yes.
down Main Street? Okay.
I haven't done that.
So down Main Street, it starts down by Cal Ranch and it goes down to First South on Main Street. Bundle up.
Yeah.
And the Chamber of Commerce sponsors the Winter Lights Parade. So all the floats light up. There's a frozen float, which is just spectacular.
Wow.
But the businesses, there's a little competition. There's a mayor's award and a traveling award. And it's just a fun night to take the kids out after a full day of shopping. So make sure you put that on your calendars. The day after Thanksgiving, I believe, at 7 o'clock.
And that shows all the businesses in
All the
Stan-
businesses that are participating in the parade.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, nice.
Yeah, there's usually about
Didn't know that.
40 floats.
Really? That's quite
And you
a lot.
do want to bundle up, and it's
Yes.
fun if
Go.
there's just a tiny bit of snow falling too.
Yeah.
So I've been there
sounds
when
cold.
Well, it is cold, but it's fun.
The last 2 years, as I had served as the Chamber of Commerce president, I had the opportunity to pull Santa Claus.
Wow.
Well, I didn't, my husband did, but I sat there and supported him and volunteered him. But we pulled Santa, so we're the last float, and you just crack your windows as you're driving down Main Street, and to see the kids' face light up as Santa's waving to them, and they're just jumping for joy and screaming and saying, Santa, Santa, I've been good, and you hear the siblings, they hit him, no, you haven't. It's the funnest night of the whole year for me to see Santa and listen to the kids, and they're just so excited for that time of year.
Oh, that's fun.
Such a magical time of year.
Yeah,
I can't believe
really
it's
is.
upon us already.
know.
Yeah, we're not counting.
No,
We're not counting
we
now.
don't wanna know.
No, I don't.
No, not yet. On that note, coming up next, we'll show you how you can help others and have a happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back to Studio Chatter. So So what do you do when your life is going one way, but God has a different plan for you? Our first guest today found herself in that very situation.
And that direction was the beginning of Tabitha's Way. Today we have founder and director Wendy Osborne from Tabitha's Way. We're so excited that you're here.
Oh, thank you.
Wendy has become a dear friend of mine just through the Chamber of Commerce for the last several years, since day one when you opened your doors. And since then, you've moved a couple times.
Yeah, Chamber's been with us the whole way.
Yes, well, we love you.
So what exactly is Tabitha's Way?
Well, Tabitha's Way is a local food pantry. We actually have now 2 locations, one in Spanish Fork and one in American Fork. And our organization is a nonprofit organization that exists to help local people in need so that we can provide food and essential supplies to these families. So, pretty simple.
My biggest one, I have to say, though, how did you come up with the name? Because your name is not Tabitha.
No, but I've been called Tabitha's a few times. Tabitha is actually a woman in the Bible. In Acts 9:36, there's a story about a woman named Tabitha. And as I read the story and pondered on the scripture talks about this woman who clearly had a great love for the people in her community, and they had a love for her as well, and she served these people. And so as I was studying on that scripture and pondering on it, that's when God put on my heart to start Tabitha's Way.
Wow.
So here we are, 6 years later.
And your story is just so unique and special. So now you have 2 locations, one in Spanish Fork and American Fork. How do you get people to help you? Because you need a lot of volunteers.
We do. A lot of the volunteers that have come in are volunteers that somebody, saw something on Channel 17 or from the chamber or from some of our community events and popped in and have helped. We love our volunteers that help, but of course we need more volunteers. We need a lot of volunteers to help serve the families that we're helping. We have a large need within our community and even within the North Pantry. Each of our pantries require 75 regular volunteers each month to handle the capacity of the families that we're serving.
So how does one go about volunteering? Do they need to stop in? Can you access that online? How would we extend ourselves to do that?
Yeah, you're welcome to visit our website, which is tabithasway.org, or you can email us at info@tabithasway.org, and we will respond to you and gladly welcome you into our fold of helping us serve these clients and our community. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great opportunity. One of my favorite things is to hear volunteers who, it's one thing when I kind of share a story about some of the experiences, but when a volunteer shares their experience, it's such a wonderful thing to hear, because I know that they're seeing the same things I'm seeing. It's changing their lives, it's touching their hearts, and it's just a wonderful way. I feel like our community's just knitted together through service at Tabitha's, so which I'm thankful to see and be a part of. So.
And it's not just food, though, is it? You do clothing.
We do.
We see those boxes.
So we collect clothing. We also provide, we don't have our thrift store anymore, but we do provide clothing vouchers for families in need. We do coat giveaways. We do events throughout the year, our backpack giveaway and so forth and things like that. But we do have clothing vouchers, so if a family were to come in and was in need for clothing or a coat or something like that, we can distribute those vouchers to them so they can get the free clothing that they need to have. So,
So explain, I was going to say Tabitha, explain, Wendy, that the drop-off boxes is where people donate clothes, so they might be confused. If you're not using those clothes to get back to the community, what are you doing with the clothing?
Well, that's a good question. So a lot of people don't realize that our organization is actually privately funded through the textile recycling or clothing gathering that we do. We have a contract with a local buyer that gives us a per pound rate for those clothing items, and we sell them locally so they can be used as affordable clothing options within our community. But those funds go directly back to funding our food pantry. And so we don't receive federal funds and things like that. It's mostly through donations and through the clothing donations that drive our organization's funding.
So let's talk about the food for a minute. From personal experience, I know that we've stopped in to donate food before, and
so thank you.
well, but I was surprised to know the expiration dates. They actually have shelf life beyond what you would think they would last sometimes, if that makes sense. So please
Yeah.
explain that to us.
Yeah. So a lot of people think once that expiration date hits on that can of food that they need to discard it.
Okay.
And actually, oftentimes the food is fine and for human consumption beyond that date, 18 to 24 months after the
wow.
expiration.
No way.
Yeah, and so.
I was surprised too.
Yeah.
So some
straight
people
up
don't
thrown away.
want to throw those. Some people don't want to eat them, but you can bring them to the pantry. They're actually perfectly fine to be eaten. So if you have some of those items and you don't want to eat them, we'll still be happy to receive them. So.
Okay.
So tell us about, we'll probably need to wrap it up, but with the holidays coming up, what are you in need of for the Thanksgiving and Christmas season? How can our local residents and viewers help?
Well, we are anticipating providing 550 turkey baskets to residents throughout Utah County this year. These are turkey baskets that are complete Thanksgiving meals for families in need who otherwise would not have a Thanksgiving meal this year. We're still trying to raise funds to provide the items that are going to be needed in this basket. We, collecting stuffing and yams and all the fixings that you would put into your Thanksgiving meal. So you can either buy the food and bring them in, or even easier, stop by Macy's and Stokes in town.
Love that.
And buy a bag, and those items go directly to Tabitha's Way.
So you buy it, but then you leave it there, and then you guys will collect
Yeah,
it.
and we come and
so
collect
you make it
it.
easy for us.
Yeah, super. That's the idea. Make it easy, so you're free to participate. And then for the holiday season, at Christmas time, we'll be looking at collecting toys and food items as well, and there'll be sign-ups for volunteers if they want to volunteer there. And but please come into the pantry and volunteer as well. So.
Okay.
And so for toys, because we're clearing up, so where do we drop off toys, or just brand new toys for Christmas for families?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So we collect toys and we give them out to children who wouldn't have Christmas otherwise. So
That's great.
Nice.
super fun. It's great to see these kids get these toys.
bet.
So.
Well, thanks, Wendy. When we come back, we'll be talking about the great holiday shopping options right here in town. Well, once the dinner has settled, our attention is drawn to shopping. Shop Local Saturday is November 26th, and to help you out a bit, we have some ideas. One of our favorites here in town is Sego Lily, and welcoming today, Katrina Kimball. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for
And
inviting
bringing
me.
these delicious
Plethora of
smells with you.
Oh, absolutely. I tried on the first thing I did was some of her lotion, and I was like, oh my gosh. See, some of you might think that about pumpkin, but cherry for me is like, oh wow. It really does. Anyway,
So where is the pumpkin?
We also have pumpkin soap
Okay.
with real pumpkin in it, and also at our store we have a pumpkin lotion. They're both very popular and very good. The pumpkin soap has, pumpkin is good in soap because it has alpha hydroxys and beta carotene and minerals. So it's
Wow.
and it
That's why your
smells like
facial's
cinnamon
good.
and spice.
There you go. Yes, yummy.
Yeah.
So how do you?
Who are you? Let's
No,
find
yeah,
out.
okay,
Some
that's
people
a
might
good-
not even know who Sego Lily is, right?
You should know. She
you know.
literally has talked to you about
I
you
know,
your
that's right.
business rather, every day since we started.
Yes.
So we've been dying to get you in here.
Well, thank you.
What's the story?
Well,
Yes.
we have a shop in Spanish Fork on Main Street. We're at 122 North Main Street, and there we make all of our products, and we have a pretty wide variety of handmade products, including handmade soap. It's real soap with no detergent, so it's very gentle, and it's very good for anybody with sensitive skin. They're also just very pretty, and you can have it as natural as you want or as fun as you want. We have some that are essential oil soaps, like the lemongrass, and this is the lemongrass here.
Pardon me.
And also our black charcoal soap
Oh, this, yes.
is also an essential oil soap. And then
Does this help with acne?
I've heard it does. I've heard wonderful things about it. I can't say that it really does because I'm not supposed to make medical claims.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
it's
That's fair.
some people have great success with it, but I just think having a real soap that's very gentle is just good for your skin anyway, because it's not going to dry you out. It won't aggravate skin conditions like psoriasis or eczema, where detergents do. So.
So my little one has eczema. Is there? I mean, I know when you start adding fragrances and whatnot, that could be an irritant. So
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to say I've not ever been in this store, so I promise to come in. Do you have things?
We do.
Very
We have one
specific
called
to- okay.
Plain Jane. It's unscented and uncolored goat milk soap. But some people want fragrances, even though they might have the skin issues, where we have like lavender, which would be very gentle. The lemongrass would be very gentle, but
Okay.
for a little one, I'd probably stick to unscented or lavender.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we also have others that are still a very gentle soap, but they're fragrance oils, and you can have, we have probably 100 different fragrances that are just really fun. Like this Christmassy
Yes,
one here.
this one is just, it's beautiful.
It smells like pine.
Oh, really?
Evergreen.
It's
It's
evergreen.
delicious.
It's called Red Tulips and Evergreen. It's really yummy. And then another
I
one
love
that.
that
Beautiful.
I like is the Bonfire Bliss.
Is that
Which
this
is that
one?
yellow
Oh,
one? Yeah.
See,
it's-
anything that's pretty with glitter, I love.
that one is, you can smell roasted marshmallow in it, and
Oh
just,
my
you'd
word.
think it would be weird, bonfire,
No,
but it
it's
smells
not.
really good.
It's not weird at all.
So Katrina, with the holidays coming, I love original and unique ideas. So for example, this one you get a bar of soap and a bath bomb. So how much is this?
We only charge for the soap and the bath bomb. We'll do the packaging
Okay.
we'll include that for free, and it's just $6 for the soap, $4 for the bath bomb, so it's $10 for
Okay.
a nice little gift.
And totally original. And you can do their favorite color, their favorite scents. If you know someone loves the cherry smell, you can go that
You
route,
can
or
come in,
lavender.
choose whatever we
Okay.
have in stock, and
And I was just
mix and
thinking of
match. And
teachers and things like that, perfect gift. 'Cause
Yes.
I'm always, not
That's
just
a great idea. Yeah.
And
Handy
there's
stuff.
like
It's really
in-laws, I don't know, there's a lot of people out there that are really difficult to buy for, so
Yeah.
I think this is super
Yeah.
original.
well, also our soap and our bath bombs are all buy 4 get 1 free.
Oh.
So if you have a lot to buy, it kind of helps
Yes.
stretch it a little bit.
Oh, I like that too. So tell us, like, the sea salt scrub.
Those are local sea salts, Utah sea salts.
Okay.
They're it's a traditional scrub, so it's in an oil base that's got good for your skin oils. And then what I like to do is use a soap first to clean with, and then I use the scrub in the shower and just scrub it on, and then you rinse it off, and it leaves a little bit of a coating of oil on your skin that is, so you don't have to lotion afterwards. It's really good for you.
Especially if you've got dry skin or
Yeah.
something, that'd be really good.
Yes, and I really like the fact that it's our local sea salt.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. And the back of my heels.
Yeah, especially in the summer.
It's really good for
Yeah.
that, yes. Yeah.
So Katrina, I saw that you were in a store in Provo, Unhinged.
Yes.
Where else are you?
Oh.
Oh goodness, we're in. There's a bed and breakfast in Provo. It's the Heinz Mansion.
Oh, yes.
We're there, and then we're in Lulu's Crafty Corner.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's in Salem. It's a fun place where you can go paint ceramics. So we're in a few little places
That's
like that.
awesome.
So are you literally making this in your shop?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you
Yeah,
make
I
this.
was
I'm
gonna
an advanced certified soap maker.
So how,
With
I know we don't have a ton of time for the history, but I'd love to know how
The
how
short
you just
version-
decide to make soap.
Oh, well, my kids have, I have 2 with eczema, and I have
okay.
one with psoriasis, and I have psoriasis. So we were looking for years for something that would be much more gentle than the grocery store soaps. And when I finally learned the difference between soap, which I thought I was using soap, but with Dove and Caress it wasn't soap, it's detergents. Body washes are full of detergents. When I found the difference between soap and detergents, I decided to learn to make it, because back then, 14 years ago, nobody sold it here that I knew. So I was tired of ordering it on the internet. So I figured if my great-grandmother could learn to make soap, then I could learn to make soap. And so I kind of taught myself.
Wow.
And since then I've joined the Handcrafted Soap Makers Guild, and
Wow.
I'm certified soap maker. We do soap making classes. And
What about laundry
That's how we
detergent?
met.
you can use it for laundry detergent. I hate to use it for laundry detergent because I don't know, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of expensive to grate
Yeah.
and put in your laundry.
That's fair.
But,
Yeah, I'm sure
but
you know how to
for
make
people
it, though,
that want to
right?
learn how to make it and then make their own for cheaper, yeah, you can do that. It's a
So
good
do
idea.
you have a place where online where people can find out about?
We're SegoLilySoap.com. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And at Facebook and Instagram?
Facebook and Instagram also.
Okay,
Yep.
so yeah, follow Sego Lily, and And
Go and visit her at the store in
Yeah.
Spanish
Especially on November 26th.
Yes.
That's Small Business Day, so make sure that you're shopping local. And I'm sure you have some neighbors on Main Street that would appreciate the business also.
Oh, yes,
Do you have
yes.
some favorite neighbors?
Well, we've got Lucky Five Chinese food next door to us, and then also on the other side, it's Traction Supply. They're new. They're going to be open soon, and they're going to sell skateboarding,
really?
clothing, and supplies.
Oh, that'll
that's
be
going to be
fun.
a fun new
It'll
store.
It'll be
for
fun. I'm
teenagers.
excited for them to open.
Yeah.
And we have several boutiques there down on
Yes.
Main Street. One thing I love over Thanksgiving break, that Friday and Saturday, is the festival. What is it called down at the fairgrounds?
Festival of Lights?
No,
the
it's-
Spanish Fork Craft Fair.
Yes, it's just a big
Yeah,
fair.
and so I've been going to that since I was a little girl, and there's just a huge variety. Do you get a booth at that by
At
chance?
the Christmas Craft and Gift Show?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh, is that the name? Just that? I'm not the only one who
Yes.
didn't know.
And that's one of my favorite shows. It's really fun. You know, it's a lot of work, but there's
Such great
so much
variety.
variety. Yeah,
Yeah.
and great prices and
Yeah, so if you think you're going and it's just going to be a craft boutique thing, it's just a huge variety.
Wow.
Good
We'll have to
good
try
time to
that
go.
one out.
And there's food, of course.
Of course, so we gotta check
Really
that
good
out,
food.
yeah.
But so there's a lot of great businesses in town that we know of, but also some of the independents. I think we were talking a little bit earlier about supporting maybe some of our friends that have businesses or are distributors
Yeah.
for
Your
different
favorite
brands.
new one.
Well, it's my favorite new one. I'm loving the lip scents a lot.
It is fun. And there's a lot of independent distributors here in Spanish Fork. And is it Lulu Row?
LuLaRoe,
That's
pop-up
another big one.
boutiques. There's quite a few of those.
Roden and Fields is another one. There's
Yes.
been some parties with that.
Yes, and also Scentsy, and I think there's a new emoji. I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly, but
Oh.
I think another fragrance type. But yes, so support your businesses, support your friends, support local business Saturday. We'll be right back. Wow, we made it yet again, another
Yay.
episode. And what have we learned today?
Oh.
That a Republican can run our country and we're all going to live through it.
And that America
here.
is great. And I've already said my blessings. What are your blessings?
I would probably say the same thing. I'm just grateful that we live in a free country where we have a choice. I'm thankful for my friends, my family, and great food.
No.
And great food.
Katrina.
for me, it's of course family and freedom of religion. But one thing I'm very often thankful for: hot running water in our homes.
It's so
I
true.
love baths.
Yes.
Have you lived without hot water before?
No, but,
Okay,
you
but
know,
you're
I
just very grateful.
Yeah, I just like little things like,
Yes,
you know,
like a heater,
like a
Yeah.
heater, yes,
Yeah.
blankets.
Yes.
seat warmers.
Oh my gosh, I love that, right?
Yes, seat warmers, they're the
Oh,
best.
Yes,
they
indeed.
are the best.
Well, we also need to thank 3C Floral for our arrangement right back here for Thanksgiving. It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
It's beautiful. Once
And
again.
last time we talked a little bit about that they offer fundraisers for schools and organizations within the school. So if our viewers are watching, please reach out to 3C Floral on Main Street.
We'd love to thank our guests for being here today, both Wendy and Katrina, and we'd like for you to visit our Facebook page at SF17 Studio Chatter. Get involved in the chatter. If you have an idea for us, share it. Thanks for being here with us, and keep the chatter going.